current expanse of what you have found so far. A few things have happened before you ever finished to take a long rest. Your team entering into the city almost got arrested immediately after, well, I suppose not taking no for an answer, more or less. But your team managed to succeed without too much of an issue, with the help of two random people you accidentally befriended, more or less. More on that later, maybe. Quinn and Quill, I guess now, were the individuals that helped you out, basically because they had the paperwork to get inside. Apparently, they don't allow people inside unless they have business and or someone to vouch for them. Uh, you found out later on that if someone has worked for them, they're also allowed in. But you guys took basically their pass to enter inside, which is fine, because you talked your way into that. But once inside, you found out that the area was controlled by a new factor or a new party. And well, that was a surprise, though greater surprise is that the town's boring. The only adventurous or more joyful thing was the bar areas where people converge and speak, where friend groups come and talk. Other than that, there's really like nothing heavily surprising here. There is a guild hall when people and mercenaries go and look for jobs like hunting, boars, pigs, deer, werewolves. No jobs currently listed on that topic other than small hunting jobs. Whatever they're doing it to such a finality and extreme that there's really no call for anything. And that's the weirdest part. In this endeavor, however, you did manage to get a job, more or less, backpacking on Quinn and Quill's own little situation. You managed to see that one of them needed to be hired for opening some strange box or device. And they asked you if you wanted to tag along on this. And some of you said, yeah, sure, why not? Because, well, it also involves the people you're trying to stop. Well, a person you're trying to stop. One Lana. If you don't remember, they are someone that, well, after an explosion, apparently didn't die. More on that maybe later. But now, after hearing the wording that was given to you about screams and echoes, those memories have been brought back. And with the long rest, you reconvene inside of the room, you eat and drink. Nikolai, you passed out after a while of entertainment on the stage.
Oh, yeah.
No one stopped you, or like moved you. They moved you to the side, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't put you in a room.
Did I sleep well, or how did I sleep?
You're a little stiff, but other than that, you're well. You're relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
You don't lose anything. You did gain something after rolling, I think, a natural 20 for performance.
No, I got a 17. I got 25, but it was a 17. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Still. I think you got like 10 gold out of tips.
Yeah.
Like it's made out of silver and copper, but you can just write 10 gold.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
So 0 loss there. For our room board.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically.
But returning back to the group, actually before that, Ada, I saw the message. Did you write something new in your backstory?
It's in the one that glitched in the beginning. Do you know the one I'm talking about? The one with the P right next to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if he knows that or not. I should have been more specific. That was my bad.
No, I think I archived that character sheet. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't see it.
I could add to the other thing if you want me to. I'll make it easier for you.
Oh, no, wait, found it.
You got it? Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
I know it's like last minute. I realized when I had my work today. I promised myself this morning, hey, we gotta test a dogma this. We gotta text him that. And I completely forgot about it till the end of the day. So, that was my bad.
Huh.
It's excessive fast breeding.
Sorry.
No, you're good. That's just it was funny.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool. It really doesn't really change much, but it's interesting that this is here now. Good to know.
Okay, I would just make it. I would just make it sure before anything.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But your team reconvening back here. Finny does look towards you guys, and looking towards the city, just looks towards. Yeah, technically she is the person that is hired you guys. Looks towards Vol and does simply state, yeah, after a long drink and not really fighting, I'm gonna head out. Vol does state, I understand, mercenary work is your own. You're more than welcome to come back if you ever decide to. Finny then nods in agreement, deciding whether or not he will or won't is entirely up to them. Unfortunately, I could not send this message to him because he's no longer part of the Discord server. But he's more than welcome back if he's able to.
Yeah.
But that's outside.
Hey, Vinny, before you leave, can I have the katana back if you're not gonna use it?
Finny looks at you.
It's up to you if you think he would give it to me or not.
Honestly, I don't think Finny would.
Okay.
I think he claps
Yeah,
you on
he
the
wouldn't.
back and he just goes, haha, no, and then just walks out.
Acceptable.
I feel like he would give you something, but not his weapon.
No. It was funny because I gave it to him and I was just like, would he give it to me back? And I'm like, nah, Finny wouldn't.
I'm gonna say he gave you a small little trinket. It's a small little bronze statue of what appears to be, based on its backstory, it would be a statue of maybe of a horse or a medal. It does seem to be indicating that of a military rank.
Gotcha.
Which would make sense. Based off of your own understanding of him, he is a military man by trade, and is currently just out, not adventuring, but seeing what the world has to offer.
You know, if I was ever doing a ritual that required essences of a lot of different people, I could probably do it.
Potentially. But that's neither here or there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was just throwing that out there. Continue. Sorry.
But Vol does state, all right then. It does seem that unfortunately Finny is can you, which is fine. They have their life to lead, and we have our own. That being the case, though, do you feel like it's acceptable now to go with Quinn and Quill, or do we seek out and view what else this third party has control of in this town?
What do you say, Dust?
My big worry is what is in the box that they're wanting to get. That they asked Quinn and Quill to open up. That is my biggest worry. For one, believe that we should go with Quinn and Quill. There'll be two more able bodies in case if we get into a scrap, depending on what's coming out of that box. Idea. But I think that at least Nikolai and I, actually, there's three of us that we might want to potentially be disguised as. Dogma, buddy, would she have recognize us because at the cave, we were kind of at the door, and it was Ragnar who was in the main room. She right before
Yes.
us.
She might
Yeah.
recognize you, like,
Oh, okay.
if you're standing backwards, more or less. So if you wear the same clothes, there may or may not be a chance that she might recognize that. But it isn't. You can obviously just change clothes, and you don't really know how closely she saw you guys. You guys were like basically near outside of the doorway, so you can believe you're either far enough away that you didn't notice her, or she didn't notice you rather, or just change your clothes and hope for the best.
Okay. But I think we might want to be in different clothes, at least. At least Nikolai, Vol, and myself, because she might recognize us.
No, I'm Grok.
Oh yeah, that's true. Vol,
Nikolai gives a weird head nod as Grok.
Vol nods and does look towards you, Dust. I should be able to find something to wear just fine. Adia, I don't think they saw you. Do you believe you're fine?
I will be. I don't even know who this person is, to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They were someone that took control of... Well, not took control, but... They created monsters out in the wilderness and killed a lot of people I knew.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
but and Vol, but I think they are not even the same person anymore. Because in Mighty, we essentially met the dragon, but he had no recollection of the order. It's almost as if something's using the bodies as a husk.
That's, I suppose, true.
An empty, the bodies were just an empty husk for them to enter into, which might be what's going on.
That's fair to say. But even as an empty husk, the thing inside might still have a connection to what's controlling them. So if they're able to be spoken with, I suppose we can get who or what exactly is behind all this.
Yes, that's true. We need more information, that's the biggest thing.
Quill and Quinn did mention that they'd be there by noon today. So if we do need to do something before that, I suggest we do it.
And then I'll turn to Nikolai. Do you want to meet with Bentar before we go? It might... Or do you want to muster up your...
Or should I be someone not me? Nikolai's kind of questioning whether he should or not. I don't know. Yeah.
My big recommendation is we at least go in and talk. That way you can better understand the terms of your agreement.
Fine.
Whether it be
I'm
before we go meet...
though. I don't want to be Mr. Grocky boy. Frickin'
Yes.
Yeah. I need to get a new form. He's not growing on me.
Yes. Whichever form you wish, but I highly recommend that we learn it and It's up to you to decide when we do it. Whether it be this morning before we head in with Quinn and Quill, or
No, just rip the Band-Aid off
afterwards.
now. Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
If anything happens, I'm polymorphing you and Ada, and we're gonna wreck some shit.
Wait, how did I get into this?
Well, you're here. You're part of the whole thing. I mean, well, you know now, so it's not like you can't help. I mean, I guess if you that's my plan. If you don't want to go with it, I can polymorph someone else.
Fine.
You quickly look for this biggest creature in the area. You see the dragon skeleton. You're not exactly sure if you can do that.
Well, no, it's just like polymorphing people.
Yeah.
Like just yeah. Well, I guess what's the plan? The plan is go to meet up with them and then go see how or what was the box thing? I'm not sure about what that was about. Is it here or where is that?
The box thing is with Lana, who is the current high cleric of the city now. She's
okay.
also technically the leader of the city as well, due to after the uprising, she has been voted in. Ironically enough, no one has disputed that. She literally was voted in by the people.
Well, I guess it is that we go see.
But she does seem to hold
Antar, and then go to deal with the priest lady. Yeah.
Yeah, she does seem to hold some artifact from the former priest that she can open.
We should at least let Quinn and Quill know what our plans are. That way that they're in the know on our way out.
I'm gonna furiously knock on the door.
You knock on the door and realize that that's an empty room. But that's fine.
Oh, because the doors are in between doors, so I have to go to this door, and then I have to go to this door. Now I knock on this door.
You knock on that door, it's fine. Again, you open that entire wing to yourselves. But you open the door because you do have the key. Quinn is currently sleeping on a chair, back straight. Not going to be a great morning, but he'll be able to survive. And Quill is currently on the very big bed, because she called it. And Quinn just looks towards you. Yes. Is it noon already?
Well, it's probably close to, I'd say, around morning-ish, 9-ish, 8. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go take care of a curse thing with a demon. So yeah, it's a friend of mine. He has a problem. So yeah, we're gonna go do that. You want to meet us somewhere so we can help with the box and whatnot about that later?
I mean, you can always meet us there.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah, we'll get there by noon. No need to rush. It's in 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing takes that long.
Just make sure you take care of your friend.
I will try.
All right. Not sure what you mean by that.
And then I shut the door and I leave.
You shut the door. All the while, Quill did not wake up with any of that. But you come back. And the not-so-people person then states, so did you hear any of that?
Say that again, Dogma.
As she just, Vera just simply stated in a not-so-curse way, did you deliver the message?
Yeah. We got it. Let's head out. Vera, you wanna oh wait, you don't know or anything else. Okay, I'll lead the way, and then I'm gonna step into the room before we leave, and then turn back into Nikolai, and then come back out. So I'm Nikolai now. I am my normal air quotes Nikolai.
Above game, I would actually, just a reminder, you're still wanted. As Nikolai.
You're likely not going to be arrested, but you are going to be housed for a little questioning and probably pay a fine.
I have a night robes that I have on my person. Can I use the night robes to make a garb or some kind of like thing over my face?
You can just put up the hood.
Sure.
You put up the hood just fine, and as long as no one's like looking for you heavily, you should be fine. Passive perception of 12 would pass it though.
Okay. Because like normally it would be like a, I don't know, like a 10 or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Like
We'll do that.
guards have just been told, hey, keep an eye out for so and so. So they're not like actively looking for you. They're just more like, hey, keep an eye on this guy. They're likely going to cause trouble, but don't cause for alarm.
Yeah.
No cause for
alarm. And then I think before we leave, Vol and I, we will change our clothes. So,
all right. Easy enough.
If they are different.
Yeah, easily enough. Dust, you come from a very long line, large line of, not cosmetics, but what's it called? Merchants, as well as merchantry. So having extra sets of clothes.
Fashion tree?
Fashion. Also true. Fashion tree, merchantry. You have extra set of clothes that you're easily able to change into, swap out, and do the same. Vol just changes into a different type of tunic, and it's not really a gown, more as a nice dress. Unfortunately, Vol's only has 2 outfits. Her druid outfit, which is made for fighting and weathering the storms of nature, and then the royal stuff she has to wear. So she puts on like this very nice, it's not a dress, but it's a nice gown that it makes her stick out a little bit, but not so much. She'll just look weird with the rest of you. But other than that, she like changes her hair and everything's about the same.
Well, are we everybody ready? Are we gonna head off to go see a person?
I'm ready.
That was the emphasis on that pause.
I heard it. Vol just asked Ada and Vera if they want some of her clothes to change into, just in case. Vol does have, like most other rich people, extra sets of fancy clothes. So Ada, if you want, you can change into that. If you want. Honestly, she has never seen you. Well, technically you're going to the demon first, so she doesn't even know you.
And Vera and the High Priestess wouldn't have known Vera because we didn't meet Vera until after the fact, so.
Yeah. Vera wouldn't. Ada, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. It changes nothing other than your cosmetic appearance.
It is going to deny that, no.
That's fair. Knowing your background, you wouldn't. Alright, changing the music before I actually do it. I'm telling you now.
Okay. I mean, we're not in the middle of a conversation now, so it's all good.
Yeah. Again, I have a Witch Doctor song, and I'm going to play it. Last time I forgot to tll you, and it freaked people out. No. Entering inside the area, you can tell that it does open around 8, so you guys are here within time limit. Bentar is currently here, not perusing their own wares, but looking over things here and there, looking through some ledger books, and have some people inside already. It does seem that people just come here to buy like tinctures here and there, plants, certain things that they would need. So when she spots all of you, she does smile and wave and continue to do her work.
I'm perusing some things for a little bit.
All right. Looking to where you're at, you can see that there are some papyrus papers, some standard wood pulp papers, as well as animal skin pieces of cloth that you could likely write on. It does seem that different types of weathered writing utensils are also there. It does seem like this is for like constructing maybe spell books, spell scrolls, or just a simple letter. Vol, taking the same action, goes over to the other side and begins to see like some spell books you can probably use as focuses. A not a golden sphere, but one of those like what psychics use to like tell the future and divine everything. I forget what they're called. Crystal ball, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Beryl wondering what you are all doing. Just gonna go with Vol since she's supposed to protect her to begin with. Ada, is there anything you're doing?
Ada's probably just casually looking around. She's not looking for anything.
That's fair. Just casually looking around, you do see some people here and there, like shopping, getting clothing, getting fabrics. Because there are clothing and fabrics here, as well as flowers. Most of them seem to be getting plants. So when someone accidentally bumps into you, you're not really that surprised because, people are actually just shopping here. So when just random stranger just bumps into you, they just simply state, "Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you new in town?"
Yes, I am. Sorry, I should have watched it.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. They step to the side, looking at the current daffodil flowers they're trying to examine. You've ever been here?
No, not really. I don't travel much, honestly.
That's fair. They look towards you and they do state, "Oh, Quitzel, by the way."
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Quitzel.
Oh, Ada.
Pleasure to meet you. They extend out their hand for a handshake.
She extends her hand out as well and shakes it.
You're more than able to. Quitzel does look towards you and does state, "If you want, you can just call me Quill or Till. Honestly, I go by my new names."
Alright, I will then. I'll do Quill. It seems like an easier one.
Fair. But anyways, it's a nice shop, by the way. They are a little strange, though. They, like, sell some of their things for, like, mundane things, like names of things, certain information here and there. But the stuff here is nice.
That sounds like a weird saleswoman. I'm guessing you come here often.
Yeah, from time to time. I mean, if you need anything or want to ask about anything, just let me know.
Alright, I will. Thank you.
They nod. They then look towards Bentar, the person that owns the shop, and goes, "Bentar, do you mind if I get one of these daffodils?" I suppose. Bentar does state. Quitzel just like throws. It looks like a speeding bullet when he does it. So he's. It almost looks like an attack, but you can see when it's flying in the air, he tosses some metal gold piece and it hits the table itself. He begins to pick some flowers here, and then like removes one and like hands it over towards you. For you.
Yeah, thank you. She takes it. She didn't know what to do in that situation.
Yeah. You can tell that he's. Well, maybe you can. He's not trying to be flirty. He just like, new person, maybe new friend. But maybe you don't take it that way. So he's still browsing, but he's collecting more and more material.
I mean, okay. Dust.
Yes, I'm here to support you. That roll to see if I had seen that.
You saw them speaking, but you didn't see the whole shooting the coin like a dagger or the flower thing.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Let's just if I will I'm gonna message Full and she will stand on the other side of me, and you can stand on the right side of me, or the left, the left side of me. And then if anything goes wrong, you know the plan, but just back me up in any kind of deal things that might occur. Okay.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I am here to support you. So if I will help you get your words across.
Okay, and then after he says it, I nod, and then I start walking up to the counter.
And I'll walk beside him.
And we'll move in turn. Looking towards Vera, Vol does. I really should change their names, honestly. Looks towards Vera. Vera looks at her and then goes down towards Ada. I believe they're making their move. Should we join them? They didn't say anything to me.
I think we should just watch from afar, and if anything happens, we'll go in.
That's fair. More of a range situation, anyways.
Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Right?
Does
Maybe.
does Bentar react to me walking up?
Like a customer, she does. It's not like, oh, so it's you again. It's more like, oh, welcome. Quite literally.
I lower my hood.
You lower your hood, and she then looks towards you and your companions. So, welcome once more. Like, not even dropping a beat. You assume, because no octave has been changed from her speech pattern.
Yes, it's good to see you again.
Yes.
So, what brings you here today?
Well, Bentar, I'm here to go on to bargain.
Well, we are a shop, so we do have many bargains.
I think what my friend is trying to say is he's here to talk about a previous exchange that happened between the two of you, just to kind of get more finer details on what is asked.
Well, I suppose so. Do you have the payment as requested beforehand?
I have some payment. I haven't been able to connect very much, but...
May I verify?
I will hold the book in my hands and then show her the different pages that have the two different souls in them.
I think you have 3 now.
Total of... Is that not including the one in my patches?
Oh,
No,
yeah, that's right.
you have 3.
Okay, 3. So I have a soul from something else. Oh, I have the soul from the book. I have the soul from something else. What was the third one? What was the
Book,
the third
that
one.
one guy you banged,
Oh yeah.
and
then
one before that.
Okay, so I have 3
Yeah.
total. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bentar looks at it, touches the book, and you feel like a sensation of pain, anguish, and distraught horror within your own mindscape. And then she releases the book, and that sensation of fear and anguish is gone. Well, it's still there, it's just no longer present in front of you. Very good. It does seem that you've collected some, but it is not exactly the entire installment.
What is the current price of the ones that I have, or at least how much am I putting into the installment?
Well, the current value of the souls you've collected, one is heavily corrupted, the other one it seems to be a soul from some artifact or item, which could be valuable, and the last one is a standard soul. So you're looking at roughly seven souls. value, to be
Oh,
precise.
yes. All right. Is there any kind of negativeness to that, or is there a what time frame would you like this to be? Am I penalized from anything or what?
Oh no, you still have the year.
Oh,
Well, now roughly around 6 months, but the year since starting.
understood. Would you? So, I will. Let me give you these as payment now.
Very well. She reaches out her hand for the book.
Yep.
You give her the book, and looking at these 3 pages, they flip to it immediately. As soon as they do so, you feel her like grab onto the pages themselves, and you feel that sensation of fear, that anguish, that scream within your mind, just not burst out verbally, but it bursts within your mind so much that you hear the screams, and you're not exactly sure where it's at, but you can clearly tell where it's coming from. With fingertips, she begins to remove those souls held in the book. The 3 pieces of paper that are in her palm begin to burn away until they're nothing. And you feel her grab the souls into her palm, and then like move her hand, like Dust. You've seen this before, when she did the whole coin trick, and the souls are now gone from the palm. And she closes the book and gives it back to Nikolai.
Yes.
Now, there's one question that I have that would greatly help my friend here.
And that would be?
What is the exchange rate for certain types of souls? There were 3 souls there, but clearly some of them, if not only one, was worth more than the others.
Depending on the soul and its own value, it could vary depending on price range. If you find someone corrupted, already heading down, let's say, south, if you understand what I mean. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. It would be worth the value of the standard soul. So 1. If you find someone not so corrupted, but standardly living their lives, it'd be worth a little bit more, roughly around 5 souls to maybe 4 souls. If you find someone pure of heart, righteous in value, and just living the best life they can, that's roughly around 10 to maybe 15 souls, depending on what they're doing.
But you mean, as in righteous, you mean neutral?
Somebody of good heart.
Yes, and if you find someone chosen by the gods and doing the gods' work, well, that'd be worth, dependent on what they are, but roughly around 20 to maybe 30 souls.
Wait, what was that again?
One's chosen by gods, good gods to be precise.
Oh,
I was just about to ask.
What if you
Those
find
chosen by
evil gods? There would be a little bit more worth than the standard corrupted soul, but not so much as a divine, holy entity.
hey, Dogma, just as like can you throw out like a ledger or like a breakdown of those things you just said?
Sure. Evil is worth 1 soul. Neutral is worth maybe 5 souls. Good could be worth up to 10 through 15 souls. Chosen by a good god. I'm writing GG. 20 through 30. Chosen by evil god, e.g. 15, maybe. Because I didn't think about it until just now. But it would be a good
Gotcha.
amount of power behind it. And although it is evil, it's still a good amount of power behind that person.
Gotcha. Well, I
Now,
thank you.
another thing
what-
is do these souls have to be harvested by him, or can it be also done by, say, a party member?
They must be the one to harvest the soul, but I suppose you can help out along the way.
Is a demon soul worth very much?
They don't have any. Well, to be precise, they no longer have one, but are
Can
corrupted and changed into a demon themselves.
can you verify this?
Meaning?
I hold out my robe that has the patch in it, and I don't take the patch off, but I show her the actual patch that used to be a prior goat patch.
You just show her the goat demon? Alright. Looking towards that, she does state, well, that's an interesting one. It seems that a demon has been inscribed into livestock. Surprising, but not unsurprising depending on who's doing it. I would advise you not to perhaps use that patch. Unless you know the
What?
demon trapped inside.
No, we're not even close. Can you give me some knowledge of it, or is it just any kind of demon?
That would be in transaction, but I will give you this part for free. Demons don't have any souls, neither do devils, but they are born and bred from souls to grow and be changed and altered. Hence the whole collecting of souls and the like. They have intrinsic value and power behind them. That being the case, though, this is more of a core of a demon rather than the soul of one. Similar to when you kill a demon in this mortal coil, they'll return back to their original plane. Because that is where their core is. Although, if you've managed to somehow find a core and collect it here, means that there is something of that world in this one now.
So, as in planes of existence that we are in, the planes are merging so that they are allowed to be among our realm?
Potentially on a small scale, at least for now. If I had to wager, based on my own analysis. And then she stops. Oh. That would be more information that I have, and that would govern a price at this point.
Well, thank you for the time. Apologize for the lack of payment that I have, but I will return soon enough.
Of course, of course. And again, there are various other types of payment. And I am more than willing to accept them, much like giving your true name, giving a drop of blood, firstborn, child. Any of those things would do. Especially, and then looks towards Dust, something very sentimental to you. But I'll leave that up to you. Feel free to peruse around, and have a nice day.
as she ends her sentence, Nikolai turns his head and just kind of like jerks his head back as to like, let's go, let's leave.
Yeah, I'd be with them, leave.
And then I put my hood back up, and then I start to go over to Ada and say, "Hey, we're everything's going great. We're good. It's time to go now. Everything's fine."
Kill anyone? Or
No.
for once, okay. Also,
Did you meet anybody?
she probably hit the flower by now. Nope.
Yeah.
Yes, we got the information that we need.
You guys head out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I meant that more as a question than a statement. I'm just going to turn you back to the market square, because currently you can decide where you want to go. Not currently there. Returning back to the market square without too much of an issue, Ada, Dust, Volvera, and Nikolai, you managed to escape without too much of an issue. Nikolai, you returned your hood back up to not be spotted once more by the town guards. You do cross some of the town guards, so they're looking, but they're not actively looking.
Can I roll a stealth?
You don't need to unless someone passes a passive 12. If you want to, you can. If you want to.
If I want to, but I'm good.
The average guard probably would not have a passive perception over 10. Hitting 12.
Yeah.
Like a standard guard gives you like passive 10, actively looking 11, maybe 12 if they're lucky.
Is the mark that's on Nikolai, is that like a wanted mark, or is that just because I was in disguise?
You were disguised.
Okay.
It's gone now. You're not dead. Yet. But back on the street, Dust, you do find that merchant again. She does, much like Ada, she does nod and greet you.
I will return the favor. Just nod and greet. And
Mhm.
I'm kind of just cruising wares at this point.
Yeah. So seeing you peruse, she just simply goes back to work, dealing with other customers. Nikolai, where are you heading off to?
I'm just perusing, just seeing what there's available, and it's mainly just merchant goods, right?
Yeah, it's mainly just merchant goods. You do see like some swords and weapons here, as well as some shields. Nothing so magical that they glow, but they are nice weapons here and there. You do see some nice cutlasses. You do see some long swords, some broadswords. You do in fact see a very big weapon known as a bastard sword here, but that's neither here or there. You can
I'm gonna walk and kind of just peruse, but at the same time, I'm going to be brandishing the blade, the dagger from Jillian, just like as I'm perusing, and kind of just like having it like in my hand, kind of just like as just like a common thing, like just as I'm walking out for like a little bit, not like too long, but as soon as we like leave the general area, and see if anybody like like I don't know if that's like I'm not trying to like do it as like an aggression or like seem hostile, but more as like see if someone will recognize me.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Do I need a performance?
Yeah, performance.
Okay.
It's not bad. You bring out your weapon, still sheathed, of course, because if you bring out the dagger, like, pointing it at people,
yeah.
it'll be weird. But you, like, bring it out, like, from time to time, just mess with it, like, when people begin to do that. And looking around, you don't really see anyone, like, looking at you in a funny way, staring at you as if, oh, I know who this person is. It's more like, should we tell them that they shouldn't keep doing that. Over like the course of 10 minutes of just perusing
Yeah.
and like buying time until your 12 o'clock date with potential destiny and fighting, no one really seems to wander about until like eventually your team begins to regroup, and like this one random woman like grabs you from the back and like pulls you back behind something that your teammate can't see.
Hello?
Are you that
Hello.
stupid? Why are you doing that?
Nobody's ever reacted to it yet, so I'm just trying to get somebody's attention.
Oh, well, that'd be... Well, yeah.
You'd be the first.
Other than this woman, the only other person that was looking at you was like a couple of kids just staring at you and saying, "Hey, do a knife trick." So this entire like pulling, grabbing, warning you, "What are you doing?" is completely taking you aback. Sitting before you is a more or less 5'5" woman. She does seem to have like fox ears, kind of. Their species is known as a kitsune. She does have only two tails, however, and a wandering shadow behind her, as if it's moving on its own. You're not sure what that's about.
You know what this is?
Yeah, it's... Man, I forget. Which one's rising sun and which one's setting sun?
Dawn and dusk.
Which one's the setting sun?
Dawn is the morning and dusk is the evening.
I think you determined that it was the Dawn
Yeah.
Blade just because it sounded better, but it'd be more attuned to dusk.
Yeah, I think that's what we did.
Because we did have that conversation.
Yeah, it's the Dawn's Blade. It's obviously used for, contacting, making sure your connections are still here, and in case you needed to speak with the underground. Yeah, don't just fling that around, especially looks at the guards that are like 2 streets away when, guards are around.
Well, apparently I lean in really, really close. I'm kind of wanted, and they haven't really noticed me yet. So they're probably not really good at spotting things.
Either that or you're extremely lucky, or don't know your part. And then she stops herself as if you're wanted, you're extremely lucky, you're just waving this criminal organizational symbol around. You're not from our organization, are you?
No, I got it from my girlfriend.
Oh, so you're someone's pet.
Oh,
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, Nikolai's just pissed off. Okay, lady, okay, I'm here because I need to go kill somebody and go take them out. I'm also cursed, so don't tell me about being someone's pet. I met them in a very lovely place, and we had a wonderful time. If you're gonna tell me that I'm part of them as a person, we're trying to know each other. And then Nikolai starts to walk off. If she can stop me for some reason and tell me something nice, I might stay.
She's not. She's just gonna state, as you begin to walk by, she's just gonna state, "All right, fair enough. I won't intrude on your love life. Just letting you know the next time you do this, just use the phrase she probably gave you. Something along the lines of having a wonderful morning this day."
Oh, I forgot that she said that. So, yeah.
She did say it, but it was so offhandedly, and you probably didn't pick it up because it was a while ago.
Yeah.
So when you begin to head out, you realize that the way she phrased it and the way, when you first had this blade, the first time your air quotes girlfriend, because honestly, you're not official.
Well, no. It's just
I said that
I know.
Just
to be, I know.
I'm just messing around. She did say it in a weird way, so you can tell that there's something behind that phrase. So lovely morning is the phrase you're given, and you begin to leave towards your friends. As you begin to leave, you just hear that one random kid that told you to do a knife trick, going towards the guards and pointing towards your direction. "Yeah, this guy didn't do the knife trick. he's like holding knives and like showing them to merchants. I think they're trying to rob someone. And then you just see this random person that stopped you just bolt away from you.
What's your name, kid?
Are you shouting at the kid that's next to guards? Or are you just leaving?
Yeah.
Because you have time to leave.
I mean, did he just like try to like maybe do a knife trick? What did he?
No. He's basically just tattling on you for like holding a knife in hand, but not doing any tricks or anything. Just brandishing in front of merchants.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to do a real trick?
Do you perform?
Yeah.
All right. Do you use the blade that people know is part of an underground criminal network, or do you just use other blades?
Oh no, I'm gonna pull out my great sword that I have on my back, and then I'm gonna twirl it around like a baton, and then catch it.
All right. Go ahead and roll performance. Advantage, because you're used to this type of thing. Unfortunately. Nice.
20. Yeah.
You begin to like quickly put your blade away and bring out and unsheath your sword. You do see that some of the guards are looking towards you more furiously than ever before, but right now your face is masked in shadow. So you begin to whip the blade up in the air, causing it to turn, and then you grab it before it actually hits the ground, turn it in the air once more, grab it with your left hand, and then like dive it into the ground, causing a plume of smoke and debris to rise up. So the trick was fantastic. The guards look at you more or less, not suspiciously, but like a performer. They are keeping an eye on you until you put your blade away. You can easily tell that. But the kid is like, the kid is pacified, and then like head out towards another area. They like toss you a copper they had in their pocket, and then like hits your shoulder. I'm gonna say.
I like wipe my shoulder with the copper off, and then I walk back to the people.
You grab your
party.
blade from the ground and resheath it and walk back.
Yep.
The guards like looked at you, and then their passive is 11, so they just simply leave, doing their rounds once more. Vol, after like getting some supplies for your potential trip outside of the city. So should we head over now, or if there's anything else you guys need to do in town? And I just realized I'm still playing the Witch Doctor music.
Yeah, I got a little creeped out for a second.
My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Idia says we should probably head up by now. I mean, if anyone else has anything else to do it now.
Because there's like no backing out of this if you go and well.
I'm living my best life, guys. It's all. We just gotta enjoy the moments. Enjoy the moments. Have fun. Twirl some swords.
Yeah. So. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully
All right.
it doesn't get too crazy.
As you begin to make your way out there, Nikolai, you keep your hood up, or do you bring it down? Obviously, people are still around, so you would probably want to keep it down, but up to you.
It's definitely down. I'm trying to be more inconspicuous. Can I roll a stealth?
Yeah. Since you no longer have like your face masked, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. Let me do that. Da 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 da. Oh wow, I didn't know my stealth was that low. Thank you.
13. So as long as no one's actively looking for it, it's basically the same rules. You're a little bit better though. But your team heads over towards where the High Mage is. Sorry, not High Mage. High Cleric is at, and meeting up the two brother and sister in town that you came with. Quinn and Quill do meet you out of the doorway and then like open the doorway for you guys, as well as themselves. Looking
Oh,
towards
what's
you.
up?
Quinn
Hey.
does state, pleasantries.
Yes.
Good
Pleasant.
day.
I'm hoping that item that your sister has been asked to open the box for is not too horrible.
I would hope not. Looking towards Quill, looking in this direction, you do see a few menagerie of people here and there. Many of them are garbed with like white inline clothing. Some of them do have like filigree ambient looks to them. Some of them are elves, others are dragonborns, others are humans. But looking at their clothing, you can tell that they're not one singular sect of religion in D&D. Some of them have like the Pantheon of Pelor next to them. Others have garbs adorned with dragon gods and the like. Others seem to have the garments of Lolth behind them, and others still seem to have like what's another one? The magic god whose name escapes me right now. It seems to be more of a pantheon converging connection of gods rather than we worship this one, we worship not that one. Both good and evil seem to be prominent in this area. And the ones furthest to the north, you can tell, are, well, one of them, based on the description, you maybe not met face to face, but one of your teammates did meet, which was the person that survived the explosion of that one mountaintop, because you exploded a mountaintop. They seem to be dressed in almost like white armor, but the armor itself looks more like a suit. But a very nice trimmed suit that any business person would wear, but it looks like armor, which honestly, in my mind, looks cool. If it doesn't look cool in yours, they wear something out that's stylish for you. But it does look like armor than above anything else. Standing below them seem to be two Asimar. One of them seems to has a veiling pink frost around them, as if it's coming out of their very skin, but you can't exactly see anything of that nature around them. And the one to the left simply has like a nice suit, golden cane made out of quite literally gold and platinum, and a nice top hat. None of them carry markers of gods, good or evil.
I will slide closer to Quill, and I'll be like, so, do you see anything interesting with those people up front?
Well, that one has angel wings on their back. The other one to the left has like a weird twin thing inside of them. And the one in the middle, I can't read them. But I can see that there's something on them that isn't allowing me to see them properly. It's like some weird necklace on their chest.
Thank you. Thank you, Quill. And I'll just kind of tap her on the shoulder and be like, good job. You're doing a great job. And I'll slide back.
Okay, I haven't done my work yet, though. But Quinn does look towards you. Is something wrong?
I have my ideas about these people up front. I just wanted to be certain on certain factors. And your sister can see a lot that can decipher, that I can use to decipher quite a bit. I'm not sure at this point, but it is some good knowledge.
Fair enough. He does look towards you and then looks towards Quill. Looking towards his sister first. Are you ready? Yeah, more or less. Look towards you two. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
As ready as we'll ever
Hey,
be.
Yes.
is magic still not working anymore?
I haven't used any. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
let's just assume that offensive magic would not be.
I shoot a ray of frost. Holy shit! I shoot a ray
No,
of
no, no.
frost at dust.
I like how you got up in that one elf's business for doing the exact same thing. But this time you do it in a church. You do so, nothing happens.
Okay, cool. Okay, it doesn't work. Sorry, dust.
Almost shooting Dust in the face with a strong weapon. Thankfully enough, Dust is able to survive the
Let
little
me
heart
turn-
attack
let me-
he probably had.
Let me turn off advantage.
Fair enough. All right. As Quinn and Quill begin to move forwards, your team likely progresses soon after. So I'm just going to move everyone because the other two NPCs are in the back, and this is easier for me. Moving forwards, you do find the two Asimar flank your sides. Looking towards this, the woman at the top does move forwards, moving away from the three boxes that lie, well, on top of a pedestal, in front of a strange angel statue. More on that maybe later. Moving forward, she does look towards your team and simply states, "Oh, welcome, Miss Quinn, Mr. Quill." Oh, sorry, opposite of that. That was actually just me messing up. It's a pleasure to meet you both once more. And who are your companions? This is a group I might need for security. Any reason why you believe you might need security here? I don't exactly know what's in the boxes, now do I? I suppose that's fair. Looking towards your team, she does state, "It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am known as High Cleric Lana. May I have your names?"
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
I don't get your
I-
other covers.
I'm Nikolai, by the way. Our friend Dust here is among the dust. This is Ada, and then Vera and Vol, and we are here as bodyguards to Quinn and Quill.
Man, this is like asking in class. So, who wants to go first? No one does. No one ever does. Outside of that.
No, I was trying to do a pause to see if somebody else would say something, but I'm
Yeah.
the most charismatic, so I mean, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Dust was literally thinking, do I give my name?
Yeah.
But then Nikolai just took over, and it's like, okay, gotta roll with it.
All right. Unfortunately, whether you wanted it or not, your new identities are your current identities. No fake names here. Looking towards this, she nods and she looks towards left and right. This music's a little bit more dramatic than I anticipated. I'm just gonna
This is
go.
intense. This is more intense than the talking to Bentar.
Adventurous Path. I think I use this. No. Right, swiftly. This is good enough.
Honestly, oh no, you should go back to the other one. That was it. That was great.
Okay.
No, I mean the one before, but it was legit. Like it felt like it fit the church. It was great.
It's telling you it's fitting in magical school, but that's not in this city.
No, I mean it's like light, triumphant, like arches. Yeah, I
It
don't
just
know.
goes super high later on, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. Figure it out when it happens. I'm just gonna lower it for me. Remember to lower it for you if you need it. But the High Cleric looks towards the left and right and then states, this here is Lady Delilah. Delilah looks towards you all and simply states, pleasure. And the one to the left, her left, your guys' right, and this here is Sir Fenton. Charmed, I'm sure. I believe I used the name Delilah before, so I'm just going to change it. I'm going to call her Vera. I already used Vera before. You guys have a good idea what to name her?
Leah? Leah.
Leah. Yeah, that sounds good. Her new name's... yeah. Honestly, the names doesn't matter. Only the backstory and the stuff I have written for her matters. Names can always be fluid or changing. And I just forgot his name. I have his character sheet here. I'm just gonna name him Ron. Because I didn't put a name down. R-O-N. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use that one, but I'm gonna change it to Jim. So Jim, Sir Jim and Lady Leia. However, Lana looks towards you and simply states, so, if you're more than ready, we're more ready to begin as well. Lady Lana does look towards you and then states, I believe we are. Looking towards you for affirmation, nod, yes or no. Quinn and Quill do nod. Do the rest of you?
Quill and Quinn are essentially taking the lead on this one. At least I'm kind of letting them, because they said, hey, we're essentially bodyguards. But I will be moving with them and be keeping a close eye on things.
Yeah.
All right. That being the case, though, Lana and Jim head over towards flanking the sides, and the High Cleric goes to the back next to the pedestal. The trio in the back. Thank you, Ada. I was about to move you right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Vol gets in the back because Vera wouldn't let her go in the front. Oh, actually, she can just be next to Dust.
Look at that. Perfect.
Looking towards the group, the High Cleric does then states, now then, Quill, right now we have 3 boxes that we can't currently open. From the text and information that we have gathered in the city and, well, let's say, certain events that happened in the city, unfortunate ones, how they were, our 3 boxes left remained unopened from the previous High Cleric. I would like your specialty in opening this. What do you mean by that? Says Quill. Well, I would need to make sure that none of these are trapped, dangerous, and what lies inside isn't more or less an illusion. Oh, I mean, I guess. Haven't you tried to open it yet, though?
After she says illusion, I'm going to hold an action, and I'm going to hold counter spell. As I'm going to be ready to counter spell to see whatever's coming, like if something's going to come out of the box.
Yeah, that's fair. Quill then states, haven't you tried to open it? We have many times, but the gates or the keys themselves are not presented here. Well, shouldn't you look for them then? I mean, that's kind of obvious. I'm afraid the locks have no keys, to be precise. They seem to be magically enchanted and have a strange finesse to them. What does that mean? We would have hoped you could figure that out for us. Okay, looks towards Quinn. Do you know what that means? I think they might have like a weird puzzle to the boxes. Oh, okay. I don't do puzzles. We would like you to try regardless. Do I get paid even if I fail? You get paid half. Okay.
8.5.
Unfortunately, this is Quill, unless someone else has either Devil Sight or True Sight.
I could have picked that up, but I chose not to.
Can I cheat?
What do you intend to do? And maybe.
I was wondering if there was a beast that has devil sight.
Various devils do.
No,
most creatures or
a
beasts
beast.
usually don't, unless they're somehow associated with the Nine Hells or the Abyss itself. You do have that one pocket demon.
Fudge.
I
can't control it. I'm just well, because I mean the only thing I have that I can, yeah, okay, no, I stopped holding counterspell, and I'm just kind of like I'm gonna just watch intently and then see how this goes. But yeah.
All right. Going for the first box, she then looks at it, examines it, and then she feels two weird hinges in the back, similar to where the actual box would be hinged, and she presses them to the side and clicks into them, and you hear a kushoof, as if something was released, and then you see the frontal lock just release and fall off. It hits the ground and it begins to melt. Huh. Okay. I think the first box I got looks towards Leia. Lana looks towards Leia, and L and V names. L and V names. Darn it! Lana looks towards Leia. Miss Leia, if you would. Of course. And Leia does open the door. Chest, and immediately you see some weird crystal inside. It doesn't look that weird, but it does seem to be an amalgamation of various other other crystals like ruby, onyx, gemstones, the green ones, as well as a diamond encrusted. It feels like a whole bunch of gemstones were just melted together and put together. Huh. That's odd.
Could I make a roll to figure out what that is? Because with my jeweler's background.
Yes, you may.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
This would be either Arcana or History for you, Dust.
Ooh.
Honestly, the only other person that might be able to get this is Ada. Ada, you can roll Arcana or History if you like as well.
History.
Is that advantage or no?
Way to go!
Look
Ada,
at
just
you.
showing you up.
Wow.
Presenting the information in front of you, Dust, you look towards it and you go, gemstones. I've been taught how to do this. I've been learning this. This is new. This is new to me. I have no idea what this is. Maybe. I suppose you could have used jeweler's tools. What would have been your modifier for jeweler's tools?
For jewelry, it's a dexterity because it's mostly with your hands.
Yeah.
So it would have only been a +3 instead of a +1.
Okay, it seems like something you might have heard of, but you have nothing. Ada, looking towards this and getting information, you can tell that this is a weird amalgamation of... Well, it feels like a constructed heart or something of that nature. Ada, you felt or sensed something similar to this beforehand. in your past, but it wasn't something you made. It was something the other side made. When you were out doing your things and tending to people and looking toward this, you've seen something similar of this nature beforehand. You've seen weird automaton creatures made out of stone, made out of gems, made out of wood, iron, and steel. These creatures fought and killed so many, and when someone managed to take one of these down, some pieces of these gems that were melded and meshed together fell out of the core of these golems. You know that this is a golem's heart, and with this thing, or at least with this instrument, you would be able to potentially create a golem of various natures. Depending on what you choose to do or how you choose to create it, this very big, and I'm talking about the size of a basketball, gem heart would be able to pump life into a golem with ease.
Dang.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
and it looks like they don't know what it is, correct?
Currently, no. But you got a 20, so I'm going to say the value of this is roughly around maybe 5,000 gold. It's expensive.
And Ada only knows that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll explain that later. It's probably bad financially.
Looking at this, Leia does look towards Quill, and Quill then states, it doesn't look fake, but I don't know what this is. Looks like a gemstone that got melted together. Lana then states, it's quite alright. Leia, if you would pick it up. Leia that looks towards Quill, is it trapped? True sight doesn't let me see traps. Does it not? No! Leia looks towards your team. Would any of you care to extract it for me? I would be willing to.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, easy enough. I mean, how heavy? How big is it?
Size of a basketball. But heavy, maybe 30 pounds. Side note, I don't know how heavy, rubies are. So 30 pounds.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Ooh.
The average person can lift up 30 pounds.
No. I'm being cheesy.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were trying to think of a way to slip it behind you and steal it.
Fine. Ooh, I like this idea. Oh, let's try it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I'm going to use, since I'm going to pull out from one of my patches, I'm going to pull out a grappling hook that I have in my patch, and then I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and then I will step up here, and then I will take the Mage Hand, and then wrap the grappling hook, attach it to the gem, and then have the Mage Hand pull it, and then loop it around the neck of I don't know if there's, is that like a, is, I don't know how, what the, is there a point or something that's on this, the roof or something that I could
they're like beams,
loop it around?
You can loop it around.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll loop it around and then have the Mage Hand loop the rope on the other side, and then come back here and then have it pull to put the rope in my hand and then pull the gemstone out of the box.
Okay, I was about to say, if you tried to have the Mage Hand do it, it wouldn't be able to. But this is a good alternative. So having it looped up and around, you're able to get it just fine. Who knows what's going to happen next, though.
Okay.
You begin to shimmy it down / up. You begin to pull the rope, is what I mean.
Yes, I pull the rope to hoist it out of the box.
All right. You begin to hoist the rope up, and immediately you feel a click from this constructional device. As soon as that happens, you feel like a gout of flame just shoot once, like to show a potential threat. But unfortunately, you weren't so close that you could see it because it's inside the box. So Leia would be the one able to see it now. Leia does tell you to stop. Do you listen or do you just keep yanking?
How much did she say to stop? Did she like shout like stop, or did she like say like stop?
It's somewhere in between. It's like stop, not like stop for the love of who's her god? You don't know.
I'm gonna pull it because she didn't like say it aggressively, so I'm gonna say I'm not gonna I kind of just I didn't expect it to be like a yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at something. 5, 8. Okay, this is kind of weird. You pull it completely, not listening to her, and then you feel a gout of flame just shoot and burn the air in front of you. And it begins to burn into the side wall of the church area itself. It's not hitting you, surprisingly enough. It is aiming towards you, though, which is the kind of frightening part. Ironically enough, because it's on the pedestal, it's just like above your head. So fire is shouting in front and on top of both Ada and Nikolai. And it's just hitting the wall behind them, like, severely. A whole bunch of people are like trying to bring that fire down and controlled, and eventually they will. But no one, ironically enough, got hit because he went down.
Whoops!
Firewall was cast, and because no actual ground was hit, it just disperses in the air.
Well, at least I mean it worked, kinda.
Well, I suppose that's true. Leia says, looking towards the hovering gemstone that it's fine, because gems usually can hold a lot of heat. If they can't, don't tell me, I don't know. And grabs onto it, and then, like, removes your device from it. She then tosses you what appears to be 5 platinum coins.
Wow!
I was going to tell you I was going to pay you, but maybe I shouldn't have after that little stunt. Quill just looks towards you, Nikolai. No, it's fine. I liked it. Looks towards Lana. Quill does. Can I keep the box? I suppose when this is all over. Okay. Now then, the other 2? Okay, I'm gonna leave the middle one for last, though. Any reason why? And that's more important. Okay.
I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna retrieve my grappling hook. By the way,
you grab it. You unfurl it back. You reform it into a patch and stick it back onto your cloak. Grabbing onto the next box, she examines it, looks around it, and then goes, I can't figure out this puzzle. It has to do with, like, religion and stuff. I can show someone how to do it, but I don't know how to do this one.
I bet Ada's really good at religion. She would probably know.
Ada sighs and she goes up. All right. Sorry.
That's fine. You go up, sighing, move a little bit to the right before you reach the box that just shot out a bunch of fire. In case it shoots out more again. It doesn't. Looking at the box, she does tell you. Okay, so these weird lines seem to symbolize a weird construction with some iconography of religion. I don't know much about religion. So, here, you figure it out. This puzzle is basically a weird device that when you move certain points of it, it moves along with it and creates some type of pattern. It is revolving religion. She rolled high enough that she knows this, but not so high that she could solve it. Ada, because you have been given this information, you could potentially solve this, and because she's helping you, you gain advantage. So Ada, go ahead and roll religion with advantage. Or Arcana.
Wow, okay. Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Oh.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Yeah. Further down.
Wrong
Too many
one.
tabs.
Same location, just
There we go. Still. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You first like slap it to see if that'll work. It doesn't. Then you begin to work on the puzzle piece itself. It begins to turn and chime into what appears to be a hexadecimal pattern. What I mean to say is a six-sided system, and looking at it, you can tell it seems to have the symbol of Mistra, the goddess of magic. And then it begins to open, and the lock itself begins to burn away. Rather than fall off and melt, it burns away into a almost fairy fire look to it, with blues, greens, reds, and this weird maroon color. You're not sure about that color, though. And then it begins to completely burn away into nothingness. Okay, it's open. Looking towards Lana. Do you mind opening it for us? Looks towards Ada. You want me to do it, or should you? The last one caught fire.
Do you want to do it? I mean, do we? It's not. It could be trapped.
I'm not a
Ada
rogue. I don't know how to do this.
She opens it. Ada.
You like take a good stance away from the box, but enough that you can stretch out and just chuck it open. You're not standing in front of it, but if someone were and there was a trap, they would get hit. You are not. So, let's see. As you begin to open it and spray it open, you like stand back a little before anything happens, and nothing happens. Inside, you appear to see weird. It's weird. Looking inside, you feel like shadow, darkness, and on the brim of the actual hinges, as well as the box itself, you see stars. And looking inside, you just see a cloak. And the cloak itself seems to be ordained in those star patterns.
would Ada be the only one who would be able to see that?
Yes.
Damn.
Quill looks down and then states, this is kind of fake, but it does still do something. What do you mean by that? I don't know magic, I just know it does magic. But it's a fake? Yeah, it's like mimicking something? I don't really know. Also, the stars in the box are also magical. Meaning? I don't know.
Why is Quill my favorite character?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's because of how annoying she is to the potential enemy.
She moves to the side and does state, yeah, someone want to get it? Quinn does state, does someone want to go, or should I? I don't want anyone to be hurt, looks towards Nikolai. Potentially, someone could.
No one was hurt last time.
I didn't mean any chastising. I mean, making sure anyone else is safe.
Well, yeah.
So, should I get it?
I mean, yeah. Be all me. Yeah.
Right ahead.
Go get it. Yeah. You got it.
All right.
Yeah.
He goes in, looks at the box, looks at the...
I give him a thumbs up.
Looks at the garments. He nods. Seeing what you did, he gets his bowstring. He gets his bow and gets his bowstring. Tots it, puts in a arrow, and then clips it into the bow itself, so it has that weird opening rather than shooting it out. So he's able to grab onto the end, and he's basically going to try to loop the cloth into the bow and pull it out that way. That would involve sleight of hand plus his modifier, so he's able to do it. He's able to move it around until it fits, and then quickly pulls it out and jumps in the same instant down the stairs before he can get hit by weird fire that shoots out and around him. Nothing happens of that nature. As he steps back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets, well, not bullets, rather than magic missiles, shoot out into the sky and they just rain down on this man.
Magical means or like crossbow bolts?
Magic missile. Magic
Oh.
missile.
Magic missile. Dang.
Fun.
Unfortunately, you can't exact. Oh, fortunately, I rolled low.
Oh. Yeah, that could have killed him.
Low. You
That-
got like a 1. It's a.
But the
I
other two
guess
were
that's not
twos.
that bad.
There were
Yeah.
3 1s, 3 4s, and the other ones were low. So it's kind of in the median, a little bit lower.
Yeah, an average.
Unfortunately, you cannot save from this because it's a magic missile. It auto hits. Thankfully enough, he's a mercenary, so if he was a standard farmer, he'd die. Like
Oh my god.
5
Yeah.
times. Well, farmers is pretty hardy. Standard peasant. It shoots into him, and he just hits the ground, heavily breathing. He's not dead, but the force damage taken upon him really, really stung. He gets on one knee and then begins to crawl back up, and then looks at Ada and Quill. "Were that all of them? Please tell me there's no more clothing inside." Does anyone peer inside?
Yeah, I will.
Looking inside the box, you can tell that some of the stars are still there, meaning that that trap is still active, but there's no more clothing inside, meaning that someone can just put something inside, close the box, and the pattern of trapping will repeat itself once more. But nothing's shooting out, because nothing is inside. Oh, Ada, you do see a weird pattern on the ground? You can roll Arcana to figure it out. At least it's not a 1 this time. Looking at the pattern downwards, you can tell that this is a sigil or rune. It seems to have some type of trigger mechanism. When you remove something, it activates a separate section of the box itself to trigger, meaning that this is more or less a delayed magical effect. If someone places something on top of it, it will release the magic imbued and imbibed into the woodwork of the box itself. Meaning that, yeah, this thing was trapped heavily. And, well, it hurt someone, but it didn't hurt your companions. Well, unless you consider Quinn a companion, up to you. But he didn't die, which is the fair part.
Could I do a quick Arcana check on the cloak?
Yeah. He just, like... Do you help him stand up, by the way?
Yeah, I would help him stand up.
Yeah. He's winded, but able to survive. You get him back up. Thanks. He then examining it while he's there, and you have a hand on it. You can tell that this is not probably something that Nikolai thought. It is not that cloak. But this is known as a homebrew item known as the Starry Eye Conundrum. What this cloak is basically a fake false replica of a legendary item of myth and lore. This item has like the starry pattern, but it does not have that weird sensation around it. Dust, you know of this legendary cloak, but this is not that. You can tell, however, that this has strange patterns ingrained into it, and it does have properties that would shoot out energy and hit someone with a forceful attack against them. It's so finely made, so well crafted that if someone wasn't familiar with everything, you probably sell this to someone as that legendary weapon / clothing. But since you are someone that understands merchantry, this is basically a faux magical item that someone made. It's basically, hey, this isn't Gucci, this is Gucciata, or whatever fake names people use for fake handbags. I don't know. I don't know much about
this is essentially a fake legendary item that still has an effect. Does it essentially give a Hellish Rebuke with force damage.
Potentially Hellish Rebuke, potentially Magic Missile. You're not entirely sure. Based off of the
Okay.
patterns, it could be a mixture of things. You only get so much with a Arcana check.
Yeah.
It could be
So
a
essentially-
things, honestly.
So essentially, you wear it. If you get attacked, then it retaliates.
Mm-hmm. Or you could potentially retaliate in turn.
Yeah.
That's as much information you get with 16, unfortunately. And fortunately, because that's still a lot. But looking towards this, once again, Quinn does thank you. Slowly, because Ada said it was cool, hobbles over and gives Jim the cloak. And then, pulls back. I don't think I can survive another one of those. At a game, he could. As long as it's in the same damage. So, someone want to get the last one? Oh, well, I need to open it first. Ada, you mind? Or you can stand there, that's cool too. You're the favorite one out of this group that I like.
Wait, I thought fly.
No. I mean, unless he's an owl again. You were a eagle last time. She called you an owl, though. Then he's no longer my favorite. 8. That's not good. Looking at the box and examining it, she can not tell anything. I got nothing. Would you?
You need some help over there?
Probably.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
I don't know. Do you have true sight, some type of helping effect, like bardic inspiration, blessing, maybe something of that nature? Or any of you bards?
No, but I have another ability, kind of well, I don't know, what do you call it? It's kind of like a world fencing fate thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. You mean to roll for give her the bend fate thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Would that help if she got above a 10?
It would give her more information, honestly.
Okay, I'll do that. What is she doing? Let me look at this. When the creature you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use reaction to spend 2 sorcery points to roll 1d4 and apply the number rolled to the bonus. Okay. Okay, I'll do that, and then bend luck, and
All right. 1d4. Nikolai, do you want to roll or should I?
I did.
Okay.
To 10.
That's not bad. I will tell you she has a modifier. I'm just not showing you her modifier. So +2. Examining the box, she then states, okay. The patterns seem to be something consistent of various languages inscribed in a type of cipher thing. Lana then states, meaning? I don't know. It's some weird, subtraction, additional, weird language thing. Does anyone know languages? A lot of them?
I know Draconic. And Faye.
Looks towards Dust because he stepped forwards.
Let's have a look at this.
Dust is nah, get out of here, Nikolai. I know this.
You just.
I don't have a spell, but I can at least have a look to see what potential languages are needed.
This is more of how many languages you already have. Dust, how many languages do you speak?
I have 3, just straight up 3.
Okay.
Oh, 4. Sorry,
Okay.
I missed one.
Then you can technically do this. I was wondering, could someone else help you if they don't have the same knowledge?
Yeah, no.
But
Yeah,
no,
I
if, if you have 4, you're able to do this. Looking at the sigil symbols themselves, you can tell that this is a varied form of various languages. Looking at this is a simple replace one letter with another one and then go down a certain amount of patterns. However, she doesn't really know that many languages other than Common and Abyssal. So she can't technically do this. Well, if she rolled well, I would have allowed her to, but she didn't. Looking at this pattern, though, you can and have read various forms of languages, have read, have spoken, so I said read twice, 3 times technically. So you're able to figure things out based off your own language skills. This is a more intellectual check, so go ahead and do any skill involving intelligence.
Okay. I'm
You
gonna do an.
are being
Wait.
helped by the people next to you, so Ada and Quill are assisting you. Whether they mean to or not, they generally are, and I'm not going to explain why, because you don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna do investigation because I have proficiency in it, and that is the only intelligence check that I have proficiency in. So.
Okay.
Still crap.
Investigating the pattern system, looking at it, you can tell that some of the symbols are able to be moved over, and some of the languages do seem to be inscribing similar to common, primordial, maybe abyssal here and there, some celestial here and there. So when looking around and figuring these things out, you can't quite make it out. It does seem to have a weird cipher system to it, and then it reminds you of something you already have on your person. This is not the same patterns that you have in those letters, but it's similar enough that you might be able to go again because you have that type of pattern structure already ingrained in your mind.
Okay.
Ironically enough, Dust was the only one to be able to do this twice.
I would be the only one capable of doing this twice.
Yes. If anyone else decided to do this, the puzzle would shift and change.
Okay.
I don't know why I told you that. Oh well.
No. That makes sense. I will roll again, and I did worse.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just say it shifts as I'm
You know
thinking.
what?
I can do this.
I really should have made Adiac cast Bless at that moment. That would have helped a little bit.
Like Ada, he just hit it on the side and see if that'll work. It didn't. And you see the weird patterns of the symbols shift and change once more. This time you can tell that the box itself is magical, but it's not any danger. It's more like a shifting puzzle pattern. And then something else is inscribed into it. And you feel something odd about it. It's not as if it's now trapped. It's more as if it's gotten more dangerous if you don't solve this puzzle. So looking at this, Quill does state, it changed now. I'm gonna have to check out her skill set. What's her bonus?
Oh.
I don't know what it does now, but it now has a weird psychic effect on it. If you don't solve the puzzle this time, it will hurt you.
You need some help, Dust, or how's it going?
This is a very tricky puzzle.
Now that Quill has suddenly failed, anyone else that decides to try to investigate it can. That being said,
Do I have to roll an investigation, or can I roll an Arcana?
You can
Arcana's
roll,
intelligence.
You can roll something else, but we're likely going to take our 5-minute break here. So I'm just going to recap what happened. So far, you managed to get one box open. You found the weird gem heart golem's heart thing. The next one, you found the weird robe that has the starry pattern that is able to attack people. Quinn got immediately hit by a whole bunch of magic missiles and survived, but is really hurt. The middle device seems to have changed into a weird structured pattern involving a cipher system, which so far has not really figured out, but is closer, and then just hit it and it failed. Nikolai, when going to investigate this, you feel a sensation around it, and you feel magic imbibed into it. This time around, you feel you can do this, or at least you get a sensation of what it is. This time around, it's a pattern system of enchantments, clerical magic, and then some strange celestial energy. You feel like this type of puzzle now, it's more of, do you have these keys in your current possession?
Oh.
But to recap, it is energy of the gods, energy ingrained into something else, and then energy into the coil patterns of the primordial planes. So basically, celestial magic, elemental magic, and then magic given by another. Those three keys are the things you need to open this box now. That being said, we will take our 5-minute break here. If you need to go to the bathroom or get a drink, you're more than welcome to do so, and I will be right back.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Magic chests are fun.
So what was the 3 things he said?
I
So-
magic. What
I heard a
magic?
lot of like magic given from someone else, I think. I didn't hear the other two.
So essentially, we have to imbue it with magic from celestial, so holy magic. And then we also have to have, magic from like a god. Next one is magic from the abyssal, so demons, devils. And then we also have to do primordial, which I can do because my magic comes from primordial, from a primordial source. It's more the source of magic.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I have. I mean, I have a demon, but I don't know if that's demon magic. So I don't know if that would work per se, but I could pour the rest of the drink I have on it.
I mean, would that work?
I don't know. It's the blessing drink that I have.
Yeah.
Try that, see what happens.
I don't know if that would work or not, but
No, neither do I.
I mean, essentially what it does, I mean, it's just a magical thing that causes things to revert to their initial state, which is interesting. So I feel like that might work. I don't know. I'll try it, see what happens.
You're talking the wine that we got that we
Yeah.
came to quota to talk about, ask about.
Yeah. I have like one. He said I had 5.
There were
uses.
there were
yeah.
5 uses, and it's 1 use per person.
Use per person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used it 4 times.
Yeah, I think outside of the first time, that was the only time that it worked for you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, that was. I'm interested in what's going on right now, and I would like to figure out how we're gonna do something and what's gonna happen, because I'm also had a few drinks right now, so yeah.
All I know is that if we get down to combat, I'm going to go take down Jim for that cloak.
Take out
Hey,
Jim, man.
I thought Quinn had it. Wait, no. Yeah, Quinn.
No, I think he gave it to Jim.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of rules there are for a polymorph, but you guys, if I'm gonna polymorph, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do an action. I'm gonna use a bonus action right now. Yeah.
For polymorph, there is a wisdom saving throw unless if you just let it go.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, if you're willing, then it's different.
Yeah.
Also back.
Dogma, I used the bonus action to turn one of my spell slots into a sorcery point. Yeah.
All right.
What do you? Okay, since we haven't started yet, just a thing about polymorph, the actual spell. How do you rule me turning things into other beasts? Like, do I have to, like, what is the? Can I just be like, hey, you're this now, and do I have to have former knowledge of what the beast is, or can I just say whatever they want to be?
From what I
or
can
whatever
tell,
I turn.
You would have
turn
to have
them
former
into.
knowledge of the beast.
Okay. So
Like, you can't turn someone into a Tarask without actually first having that knowledge.
A Tarask isn't an actual beast. Like, I mean, it's beast. It's not a.
Owlbear without first having encountered it by image, picture book, or the like.
Well, it can't be a monstrosity. It can't be a lumbering beast. It has to be a beast. So that up to the highest CR would be a T-Rex being the highest beast creature.
As long as you've seen a picture of it, like a dinosaur book or something like that, you would be able to turn someone into a dinosaur. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'd have to roll and be like, hey, does Nikolai know this, or does he not? Yeah.
Like something of the nature of like dinosaurs, you would have to roll for it, but like a bear, an owl.
Okay.
Fish,
let's say if since we saw the crabs that were on the beach, what kind of crabs were those?
Those were known as tinder crabs. They aren't actually part of the book. I just gave them a feat where bludgeoning damage basically did nothing.
So this is a stretch, but like if I saw those crabs, could I say like, hey, those are hulking crabs? Could I turn people into hulking crabs?
Yes, if they're willing,
yeah.
You'd be able to change them without an issue. If they're unwilling, a save needs to be applied.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm good.
Everyone good? Drinks, beverages, snacks, etc.
I've been getting drink constantly, to be honest.
Dust?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Ada?
We're good here.
All right. So, those 3 keys, as beforehand mentioned, are needed to open this box.
Nikolai pours the blessing as so he first before he says that there's 3 keys that are needed, and then states what you said about 3 keys of different planar magics, and then he pours the blessing, the last use like swig or usage of the blessing drink on top of the chest.
What kind of potion?
The blessing, the ale that was here that I got. Yeah, I pour the blessing drink on top of it. Yeah.
You do so, and you feel like some weird rippling effect within the box itself turn, and then you hear a click, as if first one of the first keys has been opened.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I guess that's one.
And what are the? And we have to have some from the other planes.
Enchantment, elemental, and then given to you by another.
Okay.
Enchantment has been completed.
Enchantment. What was the second one?
Elemental,
Okay. And given by another.
mm-hmm.
Wouldn't, if I was to imbue some of my magic, wouldn't it meet the requirements for both of them?
It would. However, do you remember how you got your magic?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but like I know that it's my magic is given by another. It's also based from primordial, so it's primarily elemental.
If you feel like the wording is so vague, it could potentially work for 2 keys. If not, it would at least work for 1.
Okay. I'll put my hand up and then do Eldritch Blast on it. Just kind of energy for Eldritch Blast because I know I can't launch it, but I would use the energy from it.
Mm-hmm. You've already been figured out that information that it still hones in and charges in an area. It just disperses. So that's still possible. So when you put your hand and palm upon it, you begin to charge an Eldritch Blast into the very part of it, palm. And then before it actually could discharge, it then gets seeped up into the box itself. You then hear clicking and clacking until something locks in, and then the secondary mechanism opens, leaving the third. It does not appear that your unwillfully given of magic qualified.
Oh, so magic from another.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Wait, so left is elemental, right?
No.
No.
Elemental
No.
and
Magic.
enchantment have been given. Magic.
Okay, so it's
by
magic
another.
from. Crap, I don't even know if I have any of this. Dang.
No. Essentially, it has to be magic that is forced.
I'm not going to say yes or no.
Nikolai steps up and just touches the blade, touches the chest, and it's just he casts Blade Ward.
You begin to cast Blade Ward into the box itself. As it does so, you feel something break and crack, as if when someone breaks a piece of metal. And when that happens, you feel something push back against you. Let's see here. Okay. Hurting you, which means that magical properties and things already been cast